Welcome back to Advocacy, Alchemy with Professor Ross. We got a chase tonight, guys. Marathon misjudged. The real price of running from the law. Let's see. The charges for tonight are going to be possession of cannabis with the intent to deliver, possession of a controlled substance with the intent to deliver, possession of a controlled substance, aggravated unlawful use of a weapon, armed violence, resisting or obstructing an officer. All right, so with that, marathon misjudged. We'll talk about the laws at the end. Leave a comment below. I'll see you at the end.
Pull over in the gas station parking lot. Pull over in the gas station parking lot. Central 808 traffic stop. Marathon gas station parking lot. Stay in the car. Stay in the car. Stay in the car.
Oh, you stopped me?
Yeah, I stopped you.
What?
Because of that turn you did.
Yeah.
Give me your driver's license and your insurance.
Okay. I got it. I'm finna get some gas, that's all.
Or you know what, step out of the car. Go ahead, step out of the car. Put your hands on the car.
I just got off work.
Okay.
I just got off work.
Okay, guys. You got your driver's license insurance? Why are you acting nervous?
Because I ain't know you stopped me.
Well, why did you turn in front of everybody?
I turned to get some gas.
Alright, man. Let me get your insurance. When's the last time you smoked marijuana?
I don't smoke.
Okay. You don't smell that?
I don't smoke or drink.
So where's that weed coming from?
I don't know. I don't smoke or drink, sir. I don't smoke or drink. Just got off work. I work for people gas. I can't smoke or drink. I don't smoke or drink. So I'm acting nervous, right? I got it. I got it.
Hey, is this your car? Is this your car? Is that weed coming out of your car?
I don't have no weed, sir.
Okay, open the door.
Sir, I don't have no. This not my car, sir.
Whose car is it?
This is my homie car. Hold on, I'm finna call him. That's not weed coming out my car.
There's a bag of weed on the front seat right there.
Sir, that's not my car, man.
Let me get your ID.
I don't have no ID.
Let me get your ID.
Sir, I don't have no
Let me
ID.
get your ID. Central 808 foot pursuit male, black pants, red shirt, running eastbound. He's holding his waistband, running eastbound Southwest Highway. Stop! 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 You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased!
There he is. There he is. He's westbound on Columbus, 4800 block. He's still holding his waistband. Show me your fucking hands! Show me your fucking hands right now! Give him your fucking hand! You're gonna get tased by that. Central 633, we got one detained.
One detained, 1728 hours.
Hey Bob, is that white car involved in your squad?
No, that should be a Impala.
Stand up.
Or you want to talk to my next client at the process?
He's got a gun. It's in his waistband.
Yeah, this guy's got a fucking gun on him.
He's got a gun. It's in his waistband.
Yeah, this guy's got a fucking gun on him.
It's falling down.
What?
It's falling down here.
I got it.
Hey, whoever's at that gas station, there was a female black that ran into the store. I didn't see her come out of the car. I don't know why she's running.
Stop fucking moving!
I couldn't tell.
I got scissors too.
She ran across.
I got it.
my car.
Shut the fuck up! I got it.
She's 6'3".
Shut the fuck up! I got it.
She's 6'3". There's 2 for cover.
Back floor, there's your recover 1729.
Yeah, he's got narcotics all over the fucking car.
393 Central, another domestic back 9329 major holding.
There was about 7 ounces of weed packaged in 13 individual bags, 16 bars of Xanax, and 5 grams of shrooms found in the center console of the vehicle.
One of these has a knife.
About another quarter-ounce of weed was located in plain view on the passenger's seat. Overall, the amount of weed seized weighed in at 201 grams.
Look at all this shit.
Have you put him in this car yet?
He's got the key and he was going into the car.
I mean, is there video? There's video, you're gonna want it now.
A 200-count box of sandwich bags was located. Nothing else of evidentiary value was found in the trunk.
Okay, so how'd you feel about that video, guys? Leave a comment below and let's start a discussion. Now, I will say the officer seemed quite agitated with the first person, and much of that filtered over dealing with the second person. But hey, these jobs can be stressful, they can be agitating, it can be annoying to have to do what we're paid to do sometimes. Let's jump into the law. Okay, the first thing we need to deal with is how the officer was, how this all started. Okay, let's talk about the Plain View exception. All right, Illinois Search and Seizure Guide. In Illinois, the Plain View Doctrine serves as an exception to the Fourth Amendment's warrant requirement, allowing law enforcement officers to seize evidence or contraband without a warrant under specific conditions. All right, look at what criteria must be met. You have 3 of them here. You must have lawful presence. The officer must lawfully be present at the location where the evidence is in plain view. All right, immediate, apparent, incriminating character. The incriminating nature of the object must be immediately apparent to the officer. All right, so here he smelled weed, he asked the person, he looked in the window. And when he looked in the window, he could see it on the seat. It's immediately apparent. Lawful access. The officer must have a lawful right to access the object. This ensures that the officer is not violating any rights or laws in accessing the item. All right, let's see. Let's jump down here to the where I have highlighted. Okay, it's important to note that the Plain View Doctrine does not permit officers to conduct a search beyond what is immediately visible. Okay, so it's only for what they see. So just because they see it on the seat, that doesn't give them the right to go in to these other compartments of the car. Now here you have other exceptions at play too. So you have the automobile exception, which allows officers to go through the whole car looking for weapons and things of that nature. You also have inventory search. You also have search incident to arrest. You have all those other things that an officer can use in order to go and still search that area. Now, plain view also applies. Say, for instance, an officer comes to a person's house. They come in and they see some drugs on the table. Then they can go and get those drugs on the table, but they would need to go back and receive a warrant to search the rest of the house. Now, in the meantime, they could detain occupants of the house until they're able to go get the warrant, but they won't be able to just start searching just because. All right? So I think that's important to start this off. Now let's jump into what the law is. First search I had was possession of cannabis with the intent to deliver, Illinois law. And it says Illinois Cannabis Regulation and Tax Act. All right. In Illinois, the possession of cannabis with the intent to deliver is governed by the Cannabis Regulation and Tax Act, which outlines specific penalties based on the amount possessed and the individual's intent. All right, possession limits and penalties. Personal possession. Illinois law permits individuals over the age of 21 to possess up to 30 grams of cannabis flower, 5 grams of cannabis concentrate, 500 milligrams of THC in cannabis-infused products for personal use. Possession with the intent to deliver. Possessing amounts exceeding those limits or possessing any amount with the intent to deliver or distribute can result in criminal charges. All right, here, as we flashed up there were over 201 grams found in the car, along with some other types of drugs. Legal consequences. All right, misdemeanor charge. All right, possessing more than the legal limit but less than 100 grams may result in a Class A misdemeanor. That's punishable by up to 1 year in jail, a fine of up to $2,500. The felony charge. All right, it's a felony to possess more than 100 grams or possessing any amount with the intent to deliver. All right, can lead to felony charges with penalties including imprisonment and substantial fines. All right, factors to be considered. The quantity. The amount of cannabis possessed plays a significant role in determining the severity of the charges. Intent. Evidence of intent to deliver, such as packing materials. Remember the sandwich bags that they said were found in the trunk? Those sandwich bags are considered packing material. Scales. Large sums of cash can elevate charges from possession to possession with intent to deliver. All right, important considerations, legal representation. All right, always, if you or someone you know is facing these types of charges, go seek the advice of an attorney in that location, in that locale, in that state. All right. Cannabis laws can change, so staying up to date on current regulations is essential. All right, as of today, all right, and today is October 2024, in Illinois, if you have more than 30 grams, you're past the legal limit. If you have other packing materials, you may be hit with the intent to deliver. All right, let's go on to our next one, which is possession of a controlled substance with the intent to deliver. All right, this is found at under the Illinois Controlled Substances Act, which is found in Section 720 of the ILCS. It's found at 570/401. It says, in Illinois, possessing a controlled substance with the intent to deliver is a serious offense, and it's governed by the Illinois Controlled Substance Act. Look at some of the key provisions here. It says, it's unlawful for any person to knowingly possess with the intent to deliver a controlled substance, counterfeit substance, or a controlled substance analog. I wonder what the controlled substance analog is. I wonder if that means like when you're talking about like K2 and spice and things of that nature. If you haven't heard of those are like synthetic marijuana. They also, remember about 10 years ago, bath salts, stuff like that, which was fake cocaine. I can't say fake because fake usually means counterfeit, means it's not real at all. These substances will get a person intoxicated, but they also had many dangers by causing people to go insane or even causing people to go into like cardiac arrest and things of that nature. There's plenty of information about it. There's plenty of cases that have happened about it, so you can go out and take a look at those. Look at the classifications of the offense. Starts off as a class 2 felony. Possession with the intent to deliver less than 1 gram of a substance like heroin or cocaine is punishable between 3 and 7 years in prison and a fine of up to $200,000. All right. Can be a class 1 felony if you have between 1 and 15 grams of either of those substances, heroin or cocaine. It's punishable by between 4 and 15 years in prison, fine of up to $250,000. All right, you have class X felonies. Possession with the intent to deliver 15 grams or more is punishable by 6 to 30 years in prison with the possibility of probation, without the possibility of probation. All right, so you have to do whatever time that you get flat, and a fine of up to $500,000. All right, enhanced penalties. Certain circumstances, such as delivering to a pregnant woman or using a minor in the delivery, can lead to enhanced penalties. Done with one of these crimes, seek out the advice of an attorney. All right, possession of a controlled substance was the third count here. All right, it's also under the Controlled Substance Act. All right, let's look at the classifications. Illinois categorizes controlled substances into 5 schedules based on the factors like potential for abuse and accepted medical use. All right, you have Schedule 1 and 2. Those are heroin, cocaine, methamphetamine. Less than 15 grams is a Class 4 felony, between 1 and 3 years in prison, a fine of up to $25,000. 15 grams or more, all right, you got increased penalties with longer imprisonment terms, higher fines. All right, let's look at this Schedule 3, 4, and 5 substances. All right, possession of any amount is typically charged as a Class 4 felony, carrying similar penalties as above. First-time offenders. For individuals with no prior felony convictions related to controlled substances, all right, Illinois law offers a provision. Possession of less than 15 grams is eligible for a probationary period. Upon successful completion, charges may be dismissed. All right. Let's look at the aggravated unlawful use of a weapon. All right. It says this statute outlines the circumstances under which the possession or the use of a weapon becomes a more serious offense. Key elements. All right. Possession or use. The individual must knowingly possess or use a weapon. Here, the weapon is a handgun that was found on the person of the suspect. It had an extended magazine to it. It was wrapped in such a way, and it probably had a switch on it. No, but to be serious, it was found. He was in possession. He was running. He also was arrested for having various different drugs. Okay. Aggravating factors. The offense is considered aggravated under certain circumstances, such as possessing a weapon without a valid owner's identification card, carrying a weapon in a prohibited area, such as a school or government building, using a weapon in the commission of a felony, possessing a weapon with a prior conviction for similar offenses. So I don't know which they went under to make this aggravated in the circumstance of this suspect. Probably he was possessing this without a valid owner's identification card. Okay, that's a fairly easy one to go for. All right, penalties. The severity of the penalties for aggravated unlawful use of a weapon depends on specific circumstances and the individual's prior criminal history. All right, we see here the potential consequences include imprisonment from 1 to 3 years for the Class 4 felony, and more severe penalties for higher class felonies. All right. Fines may accompany the imprisonment. armed violence. All right, let's see, what is armed violence? Key elements of armed violence. Commission of a felony. The individual must be in the act of committing a felony, armed with a dangerous weapon. The person must be armed with a weapon that is considered dangerous, such as a firearm or knife. All right, so here the commission of the felony would be the possession with the intent to deliver, or it could be, it has to be a felony, because of resisting arrest is not a felony, that's a misdemeanor. All right, but they may have something in their law there that if he was just resisting arrest and had that weapon on him, that they probably still could charge him with the armed violence charge. Penalties. All right. Armed violence is classified as a Class X felony in Illinois. Imprisonment, it has a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years in prison, with the possibility of a longer term depending on circumstances. All right. Fines. In addition to imprisonment, substantial fines may be imposed. All right. Once again, very serious crime. If a person is going through this, go seek out the advice of an attorney in that area. All right. All right. Resisting or obstructing a peace officer is found at 720 ILCS 5/31-1. It's called resisting or obstructing a peace officer. All right. It says this offense is classified as a Class A misdemeanor, which can result in penalties of up to 1 year in prison, a maximum fine of up to $2,500. All right. Additionally, the court is mandated to impose a minimum sentence of 48 consecutive hours of imprisonment or at least 100 hours of community service. All right. So that one's fairly simple in its reading. It says resisting or obstructing a police officer, firefighter, or correctional institution employee is defined as knowingly resisting arrest or obstructing the performance of any authorized act within the official capacity of those professionals. Okay. All right. So what do you guys think about this one? Leave your comments below. I read all the comments. We don't have that many subscribers, so hey, I read all the comments and I try to respond back. All right. So let's get a discussion going and tell me what you think. I am Professor Ross. This is Advocacy, Alchemy, and I'll see you guys in the next lecture. Have a good evening.